RECuercia numero 5 with WorldService Project from England. Since you play quite original music, you know, it seems like that you've been influenced by lots of different genres.
Yeah, I mean, we will play in loads of different bands, all of us, so we'll have lots of different musical influences and kind of...
Yeah, that's cool because it's interesting, you know.
Yeah, and it sort of all gets pulled together in this band through Dave's compositions. We all plough everything that we're listening to and we're playing and we're enjoying. It all sort of comes out because there's so many sections of kind of improvisation for us to express our own voices through the pieces.
Lots of
it's sort of just comes out naturally in the way that we express ourselves.
By the way, is there any other form of art that influence your music?
All of the art that you've engaged with
obviously
always comes out. Yeah, and I mean, I love kind of a lot of, Jackson Pollock and that kind of school of art, New York in the 1950s, through to modern contemporary video art, Bill Weiler, artists like that, and of course, literature as well. I mean, there was some text on this album.
We wanted to know about your lecture that you're going to have tomorrow at St. Louis, and what can we expect about it? Have you ever did something like that before?
Actually, in December we were in Delhi, in India. We did a workshop in the American Embassy School there, which is slightly younger students, but still with some really great musicians and really interesting way to. We tried to do. Because like you say, there's a lot of different styles in WorldService Project. So we tried to do stuff based on picking out, like unfolding the styles and seeing where different parts of each song have certain styles. Because I think it's quite interesting to hear about like 5 elements that there are in a piece, and then to hear it performed afterwards. You know, so try to unfold it, unpack it, and then to play it.
How do you feel that the different cultures react to your music?
It's quite niche. There's quite a lot of elements of shock because the music can be advertised as being sort of in the jazz avenue. So people, if they haven't heard the band before, will maybe expect something a lot more
different than,
or a lot more kind of like jazz orientated, and then they hear us and it's like.
You don't seem like a jazz band.
What is this? And I hope that we kind of lure them in with what it is that we're doing, sort of like the kind of manic, organised chaos, and we have great reactions.
I think because it's advertised as, sometimes it's jazz, sometimes it's advertised as punk, or prog rock, or experimental music. I think this means that wherever we are in the world, we tend to get to meet people who are interested and engaged in kind of left field experimental music. So you meet allies and friends and people who are on the same political and artistic spectrum, no matter where you go. Whether you're in India or Germany or China.
So it's like very related to the political side of your music.
Yeah, there's always politics there, and I think just whether you have politics at the front of your music, if you're playing experimental, kind of uncompromising music, that's political already. Whether you have any lyrics or nothing.
It's true. Speaking about politics, you define yourself as a anti-Brexit punk jazz band, which is a pretty rare definition for isn't it? So,
well, I think all the punk jazz bands are anti-Brexit.
But
there aren't very many of them.
Even without the anti-Brexit. It was
I understand.
And we wanted to know, how do you think that the possible Brexit could change your lives as musicians?
Nobody really knows exactly what's going to happen still, and it's actually supposed to legally happen on Friday, and today is Tuesday. So, and they've got this extension. It's a big mess. It's really been, even if you agree that Brexit was good or bad, the management and the handling of it has been terrible. The British government has done one of the worst jobs, I think, of any government, probably since the Second World War. It's probably the worst handling of any kind of political situation since the Second World War.
It's just because even from Italy, where usually politics are shit, you know, we are used to have like a political class that's not very good.
Yeah.
Even from here, we've seen your situation as a bit, strange for UK to handle such.
Yeah, and not very
situation like
English.
this.
Yeah, we're supposed to
not
be
very
organised, and
Yeah.
but no.
It was not like that.
It's just an embarrassing mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we all have like partners and close friends and family members
European.
who are from Europe
Yeah.
or live in Europe currently. And it's a scary time.
Yeah.
Yeah, for culture it will be very bad. There's no way there's a good outcome. Like Ben said, it doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any easier. It will just be people having to make up for what is now missing.
Yeah.
We'll have to make up the gap. We'll have to
Okay.
make up for that. We'll have to find a way to get some extra money into a tour, to maybe pay for visas or to pay for more expensive airfares.
So it will be more
whatever it is,
difficult.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll have to, already as playing this music as an artist in the UK or musician, it's very, very hard to make a living, really, to make a good living. It's very hard. So already it's like another thing on our shoulders. That's how I feel about it. Another thing that the people, the artists, the musicians, the scientists, the environmentalists, whoever it is, have to take this extra weight, this extra burden, and make up for this terrible decision, essentially, as we see it anyway.
That's a shame. One last question, which is to brighten the things up. What was your since you traveled a lot, you said, I don't know, the most strange experience, the strangest experience that you had on tour, something that
Strange.
one of the
involves you.
strangest experiences, maybe.
We had one show where the man doing the sound was deaf.
What?
He couldn't hear.
Sort of, yeah,
but he was
he was-
organising all of the sound for the concert.
Yeah.
And he had a friend who could see, who
Could
could
hear,
hear,
yeah.
but didn't know how to work any of the equipment.
Okay.
So they had to be a team. Yeah.
But
That was not an easy gig for us.
Yeah.
That was hard.
I think one of the weirdest ones was in Pune in India. For the first time, there was a hen do, like a bachelorette party.
Okay.
And the Giggles character came out to play, and things got a bit naughty. And one of the ladies came in with her red lipstick, drew the word evil on Giggles' stomach.
On Giggles' chest.
Yeah, for real?
Yeah. In the middle of
the set whilst
show.
we were playing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Very rock and roll.
Yeah. No, it's beautiful when you travel, especially when the way that we travel, because we're often very, we're not taking private jets and we're not staying in 5-star hotels. We really meet people, and you really experience life.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
when we went to China or India or Japan, we really were doing stuff that everybody does every day, and therefore just taking a train in China for 7 hours, it changes how you understand
It's an adventure.
that culture. And it's an adventure, or anything really stupid things like just walking along the road in India rather than getting a taxi always from the venue to the hotel, just walking. You feel the place, you feel the vibe, and it's beautiful. Yeah, but you see some really fucking weird shit. But they probably, anyone would think the same. They come to the UK, they'd think this is weird.
Yeah.
Or in Italy.
Yeah,
I mean, we
that's,
saw amazing, when we were driving here today, we saw an amazing, I think there was a camion that cut up a bus, an autobus, and the driver
normal,
was plastic.
Yeah, it's normal.
This, all this stuff, which for us is very outside of our
Yeah.
reality, but it's beautiful. We love it.
Yeah, that's the point of touring, to know everything, to get to know everything.
Yeah.
You
Lovely
rock.
interview.
Yeah. We try.
Thank you.
A lot.
Thank you.
No, thank you guys. Thanks
Yeah,
really.
thanks
See you
for
tonight.
having us.
It's been a really
Yeah,
nice,
we'll see you later.
really nice experience, and it's really cool to come here and do this.
Appreciate it.
It's really nice to have things to do in the daytime when you're touring.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you start drinking too early. And you fall asleep.
You can start drinking now.
Now,
Yeah.
exactly. Now we've done some work.
Cool.
Perfect.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Okay, thank you guys.
Very nice. Thank you.
That was
Thank
really
you.
cool.
Really awesome.